We are back.
Yes, we are.
After a long hiatus, but we are here.
Yeah. 4th week now?
Is it the 4th week already?
I think this is the 4th week. Yeah.
End of September. Jeez, it flew by, honestly.
We drafted, 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, damn. And the draft. So now you're in one league only, and I'm in 2 leagues. And we did the draft differently.
In my league.
Yeah.
Well, our league.
Yeah.
We did it auction style, which was, I was so scared in the beginning.
Same.
And it's not bad. I actually liked it. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I liked it too. I was really nervous and really scared, and I didn't really get a chance to do any research, or I didn't even I think you had texted me because I wasn't even online yet.
I was where are you? There's 2 minutes left.
Yeah. And I was watching a YouTube video how do I do this? How do I do this?
But once you're in it, it's oh, this is how it works. And it's not scary at all. I was super intimidated.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so much fun seeing Christian McCaffrey go for $85.
I know.
And now he's not playing.
I know.
And who knows how long he's going to be out.
I know. I told Yasser right before our draft, I was like, you think Christian McCaffrey's going to be good this year? And he said, Christian McCaffrey's good every year. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know about this guy this year. And then I was giving him the big, I told you so.
After my nephew, he told me, he's like, I don't want Christian McCaffrey this year before the draft started. He's because he's on the Madden cover. And it's the Madden curse.
Oh.
So he's nope. I was like, I'm not getting him. But I kept hearing so much about this curse that on the draft day, one of my last players that I drafted was Jordan Mason for $1. And
he's doing
here we are now where he's the main guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
smart. But because my nephew put in my ear so much, the curse. And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, better safe than sorry. Yeah. I've heard that too, but I totally forgot about it.
And you should be smart, I guess, if you have Christian McCaffrey, who's such a big player.
Yeah.
That if you draft him, especially at such the high price of $85, you should be drafting his backup just in case something goes wrong. Yeah.
And he does get injured every year.
Yeah, a lot.
I think I would have gotten first or second last year in our league had it not been for Christian McCaffrey. He got hurt and he carried my team.
He did get hurt last year?
He was out for 1.5 games at the very end. It was the end when I needed it the most. Yeah. But the auction style was super fun.
It was.
So interactive. I felt so I could have any player that I want to have if I'm willing to spend. Yeah. And then it made it I could have that player if I really want to.
And it's the same with the waiver wire now weekly, where if you want that player, you don't have to see, what number am I on the on the list.
Yeah.
Is there a chance I might get him?
Yeah.
Now you can go for him if you want. It just depends how much you want to spend.
Oh.
And I don't know if you probably didn't notice, but the first week how likely went off.
Yeah.
So one of the members in our league, he put a bid in for $46.
Yeah.
Which is already a
third almost.
Of your
quarter.
Budget.
Yeah, I was
it's almost a third.
Yeah,
it's not too far off.
Literally far.
Well, $46, and no one else put a bid on him.
No, and you get to see that as commissioner.
Well, everyone gets to see it, not just me. So afterwards, if you go on the players that were added and all that, you know how I don't know if you know how on the
with the transactions,
the transactions, it'll tell you how much each person bid.
So you don't know what anybody else is bidding.
So let's say you want, I don't know, let's say Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
You find out afterwards that after Devontae played that he got a concussion.
Right.
Not as soon as we did, where you can just pick him up. But let's say this happens after the game.
Right.
So going into Tuesday for the Wednesday pickups, you want Jacoby Myers. Let's say someone else wants him too.
Yeah.
You have to kind of estimate what and how much you're willing to spend. And you don't want to overspend either.
Right.
You don't want to put in a bid for 25 and the next one is 5.
Yeah. Some of those people that were paying, outside of Christian McCaffrey, that's just really bad luck.
Yeah.
But outside of people who somebody paid high dollar for Saquon Barkley, that seems to be paying off.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley. Yeah, I wish I remembered how much Saquon Barkley went for.
At least 60 something.
Yeah. His top running backs went for 60 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even who was the other one that went high? I think wide receivers as well. Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he went really high too.
He went high too. That's why I have no high like wide receivers because everyone was going so high for them.
And in the moment, I was like laughing in my head, like, why are these guys just paying all their money for one player? But now that I'm like losing, I'm like, that's why. I guess it's worth sending high dollar for a good player.
Then you look, I think Robert spent, my brother, a bunch on Tyreek.
Yeah.
And then his quarterback gets injured. So it's, you never know. I mean, but
damn,
I mean, there's better days ahead for us, Benny.
Yeah. I have faith. And I just realized that I think last year, you had 3 Steelers? Yeah. And then this year, I picked up 3 Bears. And I was like, why did I of all the teams to pick 3 players from, why the Bears?
It's like me with the Steelers last year.
Yeah.
And it's funny, though, because you know better than to do that. But when you're in it, it's like you're like, no, I want that player, but I want that player. And then afterwards, you're like, why did I get all these players from the same team? Yeah.
And then you see somebody for $1. And it's like, well, I can't pass up that deal. Yeah. The cool thing about that, the strategy on that was like, there was a player that I didn't really care for.
You put him up.
I put him up for auction and then like watched somebody else like grab him because.
Well, that's what I was doing. The same thing you just said.
Yeah.
With the ones that I would know would bring in top dollar.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, you guys spend your money on these players that I don't want.
I don't want them. Yeah.
That way when the player that I do want comes up, you guys don't have money to spend on them.
Yeah. And there's a couple places where I put in a bid on a player that I didn't want just to see the price go up.
I did that a lot. I raised prices. I'm like, I didn't pay more for these players. It's just sometimes it backfires and you end up with that player.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I got to be careful. And it was like there was a couple players that I did want, and I got into like a bidding war with somebody. Maybe it was like your brother.
Me and I did on one.
Yeah. And then I realized that was you because I wasn't. I didn't do who was doing what. I was like, how do you know who's doing what? I thought it was like anonymous. And then I realized it was you. I was like, fuck. Oh no.
All right. It's a game.
Yeah. But I never bid on any player that you wanted after that. If I thought you were serious.
That's all right.
Yeah.
No, it's like that's the whole purpose of it. Yeah. You want to go after the players you want. And I did enjoy it because you have it's not so much based on luck where you fall on the drafting order. It's on how much you're willing to pay for each player and which players you think are gonna pop up. How you strategize your game plan. Yeah. Now I understand like the draft. Like when they like this player's a really good deal. Like the Raiders did that with Bowers. Raiders didn't need another tight end, but he was such a good deal that that's who they picked, and he's actually really good though. Sorry, because I'm so out of it from this last draft. I did not
pay attention. Yeah, that's really all I know too.
Bowers, they picked him up this season. Yeah. Oh, he wasn't around last season.
No,
I thought they had a pretty good tight end from last season, didn't they?
Mayer.
Okay. No, for some reason, I thought that was the same one from last year.
So they picked up a new one. So I think Raiders needed a quarterback, and a couple other people, but they got another tight end, and everybody was like, "Why did you get another tight end? We have a great one." But he's actually really good. Yeah, he's really good.
But you guys do need a quarterback.
Yeah, dude. Tua. Speaking of quarterbacks,
did you see that game?
Yeah.
That was sad. Right away, I saw his hands starting to like bend and do all that stuff, and I was like, "Oh no, not again!"
Yeah,
and against DeMar Hamlin,
right? Yeah,
which was the strangest thing because of all people, it happened with him?
Right, I know. How is he? His clone is playing.
I know. Robert right away was like in parentheses, DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah. Yeah, right. No, I mean, I don't know. But that's a bizarre thing to do. I guess Tua continuing to play is a bizarre thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of... I mean, I've been hearing a lot of people saying that he should stop playing.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, I agree. But then also, that's all he knows. Mm-hmm. That's like, how do you ask someone who loves the sport, who enjoys playing it, to give up on all they know?
And to go down like that.
And to go down,
to like completely defeated.
And I have heard that he's not planning on quitting or retiring anytime soon. So... he'll be on the field. We don't know, but
shall pray for him.
Yeah. Since you're still doing it, I know for me, the way that I did it last year when I had 2, so I'm going to ask you, I try to roster kind of the same players because that way I'm rooting for the same guys. But then it also doesn't help my chances of winning, which is what happened. So, because if they suck, then they're going to suck on both leagues.
Yeah.
How did you do it? Did you try to get the same players, or were you going for completely different players?
No, I was going for different players. I tried both last year and this year. I was trying to go for different players, but I think those two snuck in somehow. I think maybe just what I was left with in the moment, it just worked out that way. I did the auction draft before I did the
Your
other league.
draft.
Yeah, so I think I don't think I would have done the same if I had done two auction styles, but I think it just worked out that way, and I didn't even realize it until afterwards. And now that they suck,
and which is what happened with me last year, that I picked a lot of the same players. I'm like, I don't want to be rooting against that. Like, oh no, I don't want him to go off because he's on this team.
Right.
So I try to get a majority of the same players, but yeah, if they suck, they're going to suck on both. So then,
yeah. Imagine if like somebody picked up McCaffrey in all their leagues, like you're
they're
screwed
sucked right now.
Yeah, screwed.
They're sucked.
Sucked. They are sucked.
Right.
They are sucked.
They're sucked right now.
Wow. You were trying not to curse.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, but yeah. Hopefully, there's better times.
I hope so for us.
Yes.
For us. And speaking of better times, the love of your life.
Oh yeah, he's that team's been doing very poorly overall, though. He's been doing okay.
But they renewed his contract.
Oh, yeah, they finally did. Yeah, huge. He's the highest paid.
After how much hate he got.
Well, and I mean, I like the guy, but to be the highest paid player, like, what have you really done
except
to deserve that?
Yeah, that's how angry everyone was with him last year. After that, after what the owner and people in the organization said about him.
Well, and it's like, if you're gonna pay him, then might as well just do it right in the beginning. Why drag it out? And the day I think it was before the first game started, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then you decide to pay him towards the end. But it's just like, I don't get it, because I'm like, I don't see this team going to the Super Bowl this year.
No. So we're going into week 4. Are you ready? Or is your lineup ready?
I think I'm ready. I have a lineup choices I have to make where I'm still weighing my options and I'm not sure. I'm scared of leaving the best player on the bench and then seeing all those points there afterwards.
Yeah.
But hopefully I choose the right ones this time. How about you?
I have a lot of players who are out and a lot of players who, like Mike Evans and Pittman Jr., who I was hoping would be
star players.
Yeah, that aren't. So, and I really missed my chance to pick up some players. So I might have to call week 4 a wash and then just prep for week 5.
I mean, at least we have one win in.
Yeah, one
win. Can't even say it right.
We started off really good with a 1 win.
I was like, yes.
So there's hope.
And it's funny because regardless of how my season goes, win or lose, I usually always win the first one.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. I usually I don't think I've ever lost the first week.
Damn.
I might go straight down after that, but usually the first one I always do win.
Well, let's to many more. To many more.
Yeah. Hopefully we both win. Yes.
We both win. I don't have hope for this week, but
I'm gonna stop saying that actually, because last time we did this, that didn't help me. No. So you know what? Whatever may be, maybe.
Yes. We'll try our best.
Cheers.
Cheers.